Can Daddy cook?
Mm-hmm.
Hello. Hey guys, welcome to the Daddy Cooks Challenge Quiche. Those of you that follow this channel know that Chef John Politte challenged me to a meat sauce a while back, and I ain't gonna say who won, but I did compete. All right, guys, but I think it was kind of lopsided. It wasn't really fair because I had already seen his recipe in his challenge, so I knew what to do to try to make it better. All right, so with this challenge, I'm shooting this, he's shooting his. We're gonna combine them so we don't see what each other are gonna do. All right, guys, but I want to keep this video as short as possible, so let's get right to it. The supporting cast is this right here, guys. Obviously eggs, I'm gonna go with 3 eggs per quiche, and I'm doing 4. All right, 4 shells. Can you see my fingers? 4. All right, I'm gonna be using 1 dollop of Duke's mayonnaise per shell, 1 dollop of sour cream per shell, enough heavy whipping cream just to thin out my mixture enough so it's not just all egg. I'm using 6 cheeses, mozzarella, extra sharp white cheddar, Gouda, and then this right here, which is Parmesan, Asiago, and looking, and Romano. All right, that's my 6 cheeses. I'm gonna be using spinach, and I'm using scallops, all right, because this is obviously going to be a spinach and scallop quiche. All right, I forgot to mention that. All right, you'll see the prep work on these. All of my ingredients have been thawed out already. Nothing's frozen. I thawed them out in the refrigerator overnight. Okay, and then I have 4 pie crusts, the deep dish. Now these 2 ingredients here, which are some chopped green onions and some parsley, that's not part of the recipe. I'm just throwing those in because I had some in the refrigerator and I don't want it to go bad. All right, guys, so that's the supporting cast. That's what we're gonna go with. Let's get to cooking. right, guys. You see what happened? That was fast enough for you? A little bit of funky editing. All right, guys. Off camera, I did add those green onion a little bit and some parsley just because I didn't want it to go bad, like I said before, but that's not part of the recipe. All right, guys. And I didn't mention this important cast. I did season with 2 pinches of salt and some white pepper. I just went with white pepper because I didn't want black specks in it. All right, guys. But that's it. Now they're in the oven. I'm gonna wait till they are G-bad, golden brown, and delicious. I'm just gonna check them every now and again. I'll let you know roughly how much time it takes, but G-bad and solid in the center. And that's it, guys. Next time you see me, it will be cutting and tasting. Hey, we're done. Chef John Politte, here it is, brother. We're good. This turned out fantastically. Is that a word? That's a word. Now, my oldest daughter, Jessica, Michelle, is gonna come around here and do a taste test. Yes, that was your middle name. And she's gonna come around here and do a taste test and tell you exactly how this thing tastes. Come on, baby. I'm staying on camera because I got the microphone. Say, hey, America.
Hey, America.
Say, hey, YouTube.
Hey, YouTube.
Say, hey, everybody else.
Hey, everybody else.
All right. Give me a taste test, baby. Tell me what you think. Now, you can't say what's in it because he'll know. Just say if it's good. Well, at this point, he already knows. So explain it.
It's just delicious.
It's what?
It's delicious.
Delicioso!
It's so good.
What's good about it, sweetheart?
Everything.
Well, come on, seriously.
No, I can't tell ingredients.
Yes, you can.
All right.
I already did.
Scallops are amazing. I love scallops. It's like one of my favorites, and you know that.
Okay.
The cheese is ooey gooey, and the spinach, and
She said.
it's really, really. Oh, it's so good.
Hit it again. Hit it again.
That was a big hit.
All right, man, take that with you. Take that with you. I'm trying to keep this video short. There it is, y'all. I'm not gonna taste it because I made this over and over and over again, and I know it's delicious. There you go, Chef John Politte. I can't wait to see what you do. My girls call me
Daddy.
and I cook.
All right, well, welcome back to It's Only Food. Today we are going to be responding to a challenge that we received from Philip Riddick over at Daddy Cooks. He challenged me to make a variety of quiche, or not a variety of quiche, but to make a quiche. He's gonna make a quiche, and we're challenging everybody out on the YouTube channels that are our subscribers and everybody else that happens to be viewing to a quiche challenge this time. All right, I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do and what we're gonna do to make it. So what we're gonna do today is a chicken artichoke mushroom quiche without a crust. And we're gonna be making it in a muffin tin. They're just gonna be right in there, no crust. And we'll go over to the ingredients here right now. We'll look at them right now. I've got a dozen eggs, heavy cream, fresh garlic, shaved Romano cheese, some artichoke hearts, shiitake mushrooms, rosemary, fresh rosemary, shallots, and I cooked off some chicken cutlets here because I don't want to work with raw food, but we will be cooking everything in a pan before we make it to go into the quiche because it's got to be chopped fine. But we're going to do some cooking and we're going to cook and add flavor at every level of every ingredient, so it's going to be a really tasty quiche. So let's get into the kitchen. Let's get to work. All right, we are going to dice very finely everything we use and cook off to put into the quiche because remember they're in muffin tins and you don't have a whole lot of room for the volume of it. But I'm going to chop everything up off camera, but I just wanted to show you one thing about the shiitakes that we're using. First of all, you just take you're going to have to chop all the stems off. Make sure that's, whoops. Yep, we're in the shot. Just chop all the stems off. You can save these for stock if you want to make a mushroom soup. They are still good to use. I just wouldn't recommend in this application to use them in a quiche because they are just a touch tough. So, but if you boil them for stock, They are good. I'm going to take these and just wash them off so we don't have any of that fungus dirt on there. I'm just going to dice these into a fine dice. Like that. For other applications though, I'm just going to put this into a bowl. You can, for like a sandwich or something, you can do whatever you want. You can slice them. They're really nice when they're sliced. You can put them, you know, one like that. You can cut them in half. You can leave them whole. You can cut them into quarters. Whatever kind of application. You put them in a stir fry or on top of a burger or anything like that. But I'm going to finish dicing these up and then we'll move on to the cooking part. Okay, here's our ingredients all chopped up. We got our chicken. Got some rosemary that we'll use while we're making the dish. Chopped garlic. Here's your, not porcinis, but your shiitakes. Very fleshy mushroom. Diced up. Artichokes. Diced up. Shallots. Diced up. Now we're ready to cook. Alright, first thing I'm going to add going to be the mushrooms. A little bit more oil. It's a big pan. Remember, olive oil's got a little bit of a peppery flavor profile, so that also adds to your flavor profile at each level with every ingredient we add. I'm going to salt and pepper as we go along too. So we don't have the pepper grinder on It's Only Food. Sorry, folks. Add the shallots next. Give them a nice stir. Your artichokes are in here too. I bought the, boy, that just absorbs that oil, doesn't it? I'm just going to add a little bit more because it's such a big pan. There we go. With each layer of every ingredient, we're going to add a little bit of flavor to make the profile very good. Okay, so we got that. I didn't want to break down the whole choke, cook a whole choke, and then try to use it. So I just bought some marinated ones that are in a jar. You can buy the canned ones that aren't marinated, but I figure what the heck, let's add some more flavor. So I'm adding those in. The mushrooms will give off some moisture too, as well as the choke. Don't be alarmed by that because you can't cook the water off. This is already starting to smell very outstanding. I'm going to add the garlic. I'm going to add about half of that. That's a little bit too much for a quiche. Not a big fan of garlic in my eggs too much. But it's already starting to give off a very nice perfume. I'm going to add the rosemary leaves off the stem here. These are fresh. And these will add a beautiful fragrance and perfume to not only the food, but also to the finished product. Then we go with our chicken. Just going to blend all this in. Again, a little bit of salt and pepper. Chicken is cooked. Everything's diced to the same size so that it all can fit into the muffin pan with the egg. Oh, gotta take a time out here, change batteries. We will be right back. Okay, we are back. Battery has been changed. This smells incredible. We've broken down the mushroom and the artichoke and the onion a little bit. Now I could deglaze this with a little wine or chicken broth or something. This already smells good enough. There's no reason to deglaze it. We are ready to move on to the next step. Alright, now we're going to do the egg mixture. And the rule of thumb I've always used for this, since I've got 12 cups. Is it 12? I go about 1 cup. I go about 1 large egg per muffin cup in there. So we're using large eggs. And then about 3 tablespoons per egg, which equals about 32 or 34 tablespoons. There's 31 point something something in a pint of heavy cream, so I'm just going to add the whole the whole pint of the heavy cream. So let's begin to crack our eggs. Phil, you might need to use 2 hands because I don't want you to hurt yourself there, buddy. I'm getting in his head. All right, 12 eggs. Heavy cream. And we're just going to whip these eggs like they owe us money. I'm going to add a little salt and pepper. Every level, you want to add a little salt and pepper. Then I'm going to take about a cup of the shredded Romano cheese. Add that into there. All right, that's all ready to go. We're going to make sure that that egg is cool, the mixture is cool before we add our egg. Then we're going to put it in the oven and cook it off, plate it up, and hopefully make Phil cry. So we'll be back in a bit. All right, this is cooled. I put this on a cookie sheet because it's just easier when it's hot to pull out of the oven. And also the heat from the pan will help it cook from the bottom up. I'm going to take a little cup that I've got here with the egg mixture because I don't want to make a mess, because that'll just give Phil something to laugh about. And you basically just pour your mixture into each cup and it will find its way to the bottom through all the ingredients. There they are, ready to go. Now we'll just throw this in the oven, about 25 minutes at 400. All right, these little quiche are out of the oven. I am going to let them just set for a second so I can handle them for plating. But they are done. All right, Phil, I'm going in for a taste. So I can see the mushrooms and the chicken and the artichoke. I can smell that Romano cheese coming off there too. Very beautiful, very airy. First thing that I would use to describe it would be light and fluffy. First thing I noticed. Then he takes the woodiness of the rosemary and the mushroom, and then that chicken. But yeah, creamy and airy, definitely. Yeah, you can even taste a little bit of that marination from the artichoke heart. Yeah, very good. You got your work cut out for you, my man. Yep, I'm still eating it. Very good, very good. Those raspberries I put on there really are a good contrast to that fluffiness of that egg. All right, Phil, you got your work cut out for you. Yeah, hot in this kitchen today. We worked hard. We made a very wonderful quiche chicken with shiitake mushrooms and artichoke hearts with some heavy cream in those eggs and Romano cheese on top, and we had some raspberries, banana, and kiwi fruit with a piece of toast and some strawberry jelly. All right, well, Phil, like I said, you got your work cut out for you. Anybody else wants to get in on this challenge, just tag us with your video to either It's Only Food with John Politte, my middle name, Chef John Politte, or over to Philip Riddick over at Daddy Cooks, and just tag us with, let's say, Quiche Challenge, and we'll see what you got. Bring it on, that's all I got to say. Oh, all right, thanks a lot for joining us today. If you are a new subscriber, I'd like to say thanks very much for joining us on It's Only Food and coming along on this culinary journey with us. If you haven't subscribed, please feel free to do so at the little card below. Comment in the comments section if you like what you see or if you have an idea, and please like the video and share with everyone you know. Make sure you go up to my card here, itsonlyfood.biz, to check out my sensational seasonings, and we will see you next time on It's Only Food. We love you, take care of each other, and be nice.
Can Daddy cook?